So here's Wyatt. Wyatt, if we honestly, if I look at, let's see, how can I do this? Yeah, let's blur all this out. If we just look at your upper body and arm action itself from there through, I mean, dude, you got some great stuff going on. Your arm action itself, just the way the shoulder rolls back here, and look at the amount of layback the arm is getting into, the external rotation, the ability for you to, internally rotate, and basically that means the arm coming forward right there. Naturally you have some serious ability here. What we do when we're looking at velocity or how hard do I throw a baseball, you have to look at the rest of this, what's going on with the body, and is it allowing that arm to speed up, or is it slowing the arm rotation down? And we see a couple of things, with the kinetic chain, or the movement of the body all the way up the chain. So we have the hips rotating, um, leading into trunk rotation, and then into shoulder um, rotating forward. And we see some things that are limiting you, or at least leaking energy out, or slowing your arm action down. Okay, so those are things we kind of addressed the other day in some of the drills we did, but just to kind of point it out again, this is where you're going to get stronger and better with the ability that you already have. Okay, the first thing, I think one of the things you said that felt good was the later timing. Remember when we started, and I'll just draw a little circle. Remember we started with your hands up here, okay, and we brought your hands down. Think about what that did. That made your hands start later, as far as getting to that point. If your hands start later, what do they have to do? They have to move faster. Okay, so the faster your arms and hands are moving to get into this position, the faster your arm's going, the faster you're going to throw the baseball. Um, when we look at, let's start from the lower half, look at the legs. And this is the big thing we've really worked on. You see how you're landing on your heel right here? Um, okay, so we see heel, then ball of foot, then toe. And what that causes is this continued leak forward, because we land heel first, then ball of foot. The momentum just continues to leak forward. If you look at your hip rotation, notice where your front hip is now. Okay, so if we look at front hip and we look at back hip, you've already released the baseball. Okay, boom, ball's gone. Now we see the back hip rotating around the front hip. Okay, ideally, what we want to happen is that back hip to finish, or at least get even. Okay, we want that back hip rotation to lead the trunk rotation. Okay, so you see your upper body, you see the logo on your shirt right there. Okay, we want the hips to lead that. And what we see is your trunk rotating. Okay, it's already rotated. You're now delivering the baseball, and now your hips come around. Okay, so that's just telling us the entire sequence, or the entire timing of your body's action is off a little bit. If we want to take the ability that you have, I mean, gee whiz, look at that arm action. I love it. Okay, if we want to maximize what you're capable of doing, what we have to do is learn to connect the lower half to the upper half, and eventually to the arm. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is learn how to transfer the weight properly, get to a solid front side landing, and ideally, if our upper body was in this position. Okay, so imagine getting to this position as your lower body was in this position. Okay, and that's about how far our timing is off. Okay, so upper body about there, maybe there. I'll give you even there, as our lower body is there. Okay, and then the hips are able to rotate through, and then the trunk is able to rotate through after the hips, and then the arm action that you already naturally have. Okay, look at the forward tilt you're getting here. I mean, you know, that's what we're talking about. But look how it's coming after you throw the baseball. Okay, so again, I mean, bottom line is you have all the pieces. Okay, problem is the timing and how everything works together is a little bit off. Okay, so if we can work on just getting a little bit better timing of how the body works in the correct sequence, I think you're going to see amazing results fairly rapidly. So, you know, overall, you know, honor to work with you, and you got a lot of potential there. It's just a matter of connecting all the dots, getting the right timing. All right. So we will work on that in the future, and hope that helps. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.